Banned from the reserve program. Can't do it. Yeah, just the reserve program. It's the same, bro. It's exactly the same thing that we do. Racing is exactly the same. Doesn't drop, doesn't, it stays the same. Episode, fuck, it's episode 20. I think it's episode 20. Cool. 31. One.
Ready?
Yeah.
Good evening, guys. Welcome to Off the Post. I'm wearing a Juventus shirt. So I'm not going to wear my shirt. We'll just go into this scene, actually. Just see. Things are changing a little bit here, which is good. So hopefully we can all see.
All right.
Here we go. Right. So hopefully everyone, I can hear myself talking. Hopefully that's what's going on. There we go. Why can I hear myself talking? Oh well. All right. Well, good evening, guys. Welcome to Off the Post, episode 20. Not much to talk about this week.
Wait, where is the shirt? Oh, where is it?
I haven't got it on. I'm not wearing it. I'm not wearing it. I like to mix it up. I actually go to a football store and buy all shirts especially for this. Can you remember we started to do that? You know, I had a Juventus one, a Roma one, a Real Madrid one. Yeah, but I'm all doing that. Anyway, let's get straight into it. It's not a long show as normal. We have quite a long one. We go over the Premier League games. Champions League was on this week, the qualifiers. We'll have a little bit of an update about that as we have a Newcastle fan here, so we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about the biggest shock result of the week in the Champions League. And then we'll get on to the Premier League. There was only one game, and then we'll talk about this week's upcoming games, predictions, and then we are done and dusted. So, first up, Anthony, do you have faith in your club?
It's only Karabakh.
Doesn't matter.
But
they aren't going to score 6 goals.
It's turning around, and I'll give credit where credit is due.
To me,
he even said it to himself. He even said it after the press conference after the game against Spurs. He said that if he's not good enough for this job, he would walk out the door. He even said that in his press conference after the game against Spurs. He said if he's not good enough and he can't take this club forward, he will not. But that game, I watched it. I watched the highlights this morning. I was like, where has this been all season? Where has this been? But you know what? I'm happy. He was optimistic at his press conference after the Karabakh game, saying that the tie's not dead. Karabakh need to score 5 at our home ground to go through. I think it's, unless they do some Barcelona 2017 type shit, I don't think Karabakh is coming back in this leg. But who knows? This season for us has just been absolutely a mess. But a roller coaster of emotions, but that's okay.
But you have faith now. Do you have faith?
If we have a good performance this week in the Premier League against City, even if we lose, but a good performance, the faith is slowly starting to come back at this.
But wasn't it 2 weeks ago? Sack Eddie Howe now.
Wasn't it?
What is it?
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. It's funny that like 2 weeks ago, Arsenal were 9 points clear.
Here we go. It's started.
Wait, and they bottle it.
Wait.
It might not be clear, but we have one.
Shut up. We'll talk about it.
But
you can have your say. You can have your say in a minute. But honestly, we spoke about this last week. We unfortunately went out of the Carabao Cup. The Premier League wasn't the best. Good evening, Cass. You've got to have faith in your club. They're going to the Champions League. You're playing Man City again in the FA Cup. You've been drawn against them again, so that's going to be a tough ask. We know it. It is at St James's Park, so we know that you've beaten Man City at St James's Park. And also you've beaten them obviously this season in the Premier League as well. So that's not going to be an easy game. And obviously they're the only 2 tournaments they're left to fight for a trophy. So good luck. All the best. I think you'll go through. First of all, I'll go straight to you, Connor. We'll talk about the biggest shock of Champions League before we get into the Premier League. Bodo Glimt beating Inter Milan.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. That's a great game for me. I personally had a little bit of a gamble on it one, so great success. But yeah,
that's the real
great success.
I knew you were going to do it. You look like him.
Yeah, great success this week.
Almost got the double. Too good now, I'll be honest.
Great success. Almost got the double. Almost got Club Brugge to get up, but I saw Bodo Glimt beat City. Beat Atletico. What was going to stop them beating Inter? And the answer is nothing. Nothing at all.
Yeah. To Tough place to go to on the second leg, though, since obviously the international, what the hell, I think it's the San Siro before they change stadiums very soon. Tough place to go, especially into at home. Do you think Bodo Glimt will make their way through to the next round?
Yes, and I'm going to say
Yes.
this. Okay? Here's the shocker. What if we see Bodo Glimt in the finals? Imagine the scenes.
I can't see that.
It's the only competition they have left, though, because the Norwegian league would be
they got
done.
City. Look, they got City next possibly, and they've already beaten.
It stops there. It's Connor. It stops there, mate. It's like
they got City.
Inter. It
Easy
stops
Ws.
there. They don't go any further.
They got City next. They win that.
Can I just say something? We all flamed Tottenham last year for having to verse Bodo Glimt in semi-finals.
Yeah.
They're not looking too much of a pushover, are they, SJ? You know what I'm saying?
Fuck off. Just fuck off. I'm gonna get roasted in this. I know. I'm just this is why you're here. This is why you're here. I'm just waiting for Nishka to turn up next.
Hey, you're lucky he can't. He's engineering, otherwise he would be here.
I know he would be, and Keeper would be giving me as well.
Hey, wait.
All
I'll
right.
do it for him. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
Start it in a second. All right.
No, let's not go there.
Let's go. I'll go straight to cows. Let's go. The biggest biggest topic of the week so far. There was only one Premier League game here this week. It was Wolves versus Arsenal, bottom versus top. Cows, take it away, my friend.
It's a world-class capitulation once again. Can we all check the calendars real quick?
It's
What
the
month are we?
19th of the 2nd, 2026. Hey, it's right around the right date. It's around the right date.
It's that time of year, baby. It's that time of year. Look, I'll be honest. That game, for some reason, right? I think, and I think this is a good discussion to have, especially going into the later stages of the season, right? Because I think there's a thing that is clearly there about whenever you verse Arsenal, right? Especially during this time, right? And I'm not just saying this to be an asshole, right? I am an asshole, but I'm not saying this to be an asshole, right? But there is a little bit of like, we can have a go at them here. They are there for the taking, and that stigma that they have on their own team is potentially could be their biggest downfall, right? And teams will know that subconsciously, and they're going to have 10 times more of a run at you. 100%. Every game from this point on is going to be a dogfight. Absolute dogfight. Because they know that your mentality is in the mud. You have 2 draws in the last 2 game days that should really be wins. If you're a title challenging team, you need to put Brentford to bed, and you 1000% need to be putting Wolves to bed. I think there's even a stat where this could potentially be the worst Wolves team, or the worst Premier League team to have graced the Premier League in Wolves.
It's up there with Derby.
And I know it's away from home, but it still needs to be done. It still needs to be, and there needs to be that conviction, that guile, that clinical edge, that elite mentality to say, we need to put 4 past these dickheads in the first half. Like that would be my if I'm Arteta, I'm saying, hey, if we want this league, we need to have a run at these guys. We need to show that we are a title winning champion level team. Let's have a run at them. And it didn't seem like they wanted it. It's almost like the mentality of the players clearly, in my opinion anyway, seeped in the moment that first goal went in from Wolves. The moment that went in, the whole game shifted. Fundamentally shifted. So it's disappointing because, like, as much as I enjoy shitting on Arsenal, like, I feel bad for, like, you specifically, Ashtray, and other Arsenal fans that are actually half decent fans because your club is a great club. It is a great club. It's just not coming up. It's not showing up. They're not showing up. You can probably give more information on that, but yeah, that's.
Oh, he does. I spoke to him for 30 minutes already about it. He's definitely got some opinions.
I do have some opinions. They're not all correct. I'm going to go back to you, Cass, and I'm going to go to each one of you about the review of the game, and then obviously where do they go from here, and then we'll then go into this week's action. We saw at the first half, Arsenal controlled the first half. Yeah, they scored 2 goals. Going into halftime. job, one more, and even pushing for one more, the game's done. Wolves then come back 2-1. I messaged my mate in the UK in 80 minutes and said they're gonna fucking nick one. Just the way the game was going, and then the situation with Trossard dropping that attacker off, bringing on the defensive, not having that attacker, that changed the whole game. They opened us up. Well, I wouldn't say they opened us up, but they just pressed. And Andy Townsend kept saying, Wolves need to get the ball in the box. Wolves need to get the ball in the box. And obviously, communication. Raya has been fantastic the last 2 seasons. Why the fuck is that not your ball? Why is that not your ball? Gabriel has been fantastic, and that is just one mistake. And it's a simple. He catches the ball, we win the game. It's 2-1. Job done. No, comes off Calafioy, he hits the post and fucking goes in. And they tried to push near the end, and Eze could have probably took a touch and had a go, but he didn't. He sliced it. The game's done. It's 2-2. You could see on the face of Arteta the disappointment. You could see it on everyone. You could see Gabriel at full time was fucking fuming, probably with himself. What changed in that game? Why did Arsenal go 2-0 and then drop it down to 2-2, Cass?
I think I touched on it before. I just think that stigma and that mentality, it's so heavy. I think I probably mentioned this before, but I think it's so true, and it resonates so much in a moment like this, where Thierry Henry was talking about this Arsenal team, right? And you watch, I think it was the Aston Villa game that he mentioned this, but they all dropped to the floor, like the weight of this title challenge, right? Because they know the squad is more than good enough. The players are more than good enough. The manager is more than good enough, right? And it's just the weight of getting that first title, that first trophy, right? Of Premier League caliber, Champions League caliber. It's heavy, and you can tell that it's weighing on them. And I also, again, I'm going to be critical of Arteta. Why, when you go to the Molineux, Wolves home ground, you have that issue with Trossard. You don't have another attacker to put onto the pitch. We don't. I don't remember the bench, but I assume there's probably a Matchweek there. I don't remember the front line. I don't remember the lineup on the top of my head, but you've got enough talent there. There's attackers with Gyökeres, Saka, Matchweek, Eze, probably Mikel Merino, unless he's still injured. I'm not too sure. But
for the season,
right, yeah. But you tell me that there's not another attacker that you can bring on there to take that place. Like, it almost just seems like whenever you bring on a defender like that, you're inviting the pressure. You're inviting them to have a run at you. And I think that's just, in my opinion, tactically, the wrong decision to go about it. If you're a champion title contending team, you put that game to bed, you put another attacker on there, you say, let's make sure we get another goal at the other end. Don't worry about defending. Get the goal at the other end. That's what makes the difference. That's what's going to get us points. That's what's going to get us goal difference potentially if this comes down to points as well. Like, it comes down to goal difference. So,
for me, I think the biggest one has always been the same: is that Arsenal don't seem to see games out. There doesn't seem to be any game management in that last 10, 15 minutes. And that is probably going to be the most intense last 10, 15 minutes you're going to have, because that goal comes back. You're 2-0 in. You're in the driving seat. You get one more, the game's nearly done. We saw it against Tottenham that they scored a cracking goal. It didn't mean anything. They just walked the game. They did the same with Wolves in the first half. They let them come back. It's 2-1. They get that fight. They get that conviction to nick a draw. They don't care about a win. They just want points on the board. And at the end of the day, point or 3 or whatever. Arsenal need that win. They need that momentum. As you did say, that the results that have come up in the last few weeks, yes, we should be putting those sides away, especially bottom side. Brentford, I would say, was always going to be a tough game. On paper, I think everyone knew that. They've been very good this season. It is very, very frustrating. And it's like, I think the number one thing you said there is that it's the pressure. And I was saying this to Connor today in a conversation. It is the pressure. This club has been so long without a trophy. They have blamed the manager. they blame the striker, they blame everyone else, but then they need to look at themselves, go into Tottenham this week and wipe the floor with them and mean business. If we don't, Man City have been in this position before. They know how to do it. Does this team know how to do it for Man City? No. That's the difference. You know, there's a few characters that do. The personnel know how to do it, but some of the players don't. That's the difference. And we've also seen a lack of not consistent Man City this season. They've been very inconsistent. So that is like, I'm still like, I'm going to go over to the next person as well, but I'm still looking at it going, I still think there's a twist in this. I seriously do. I don't know.
Villa aren't far away. I'm just want to say that. And I said it before. They're not far away. That's all that needs to be said. They are not far whatsoever.
No. Over to you, Anthony. I know obviously we've not got too much about Arsenal, but there they were. They're the only game. What do you think went wrong?
Communication at the back. Like that was that last goal was Sunday League levels of defending, and just are you like if I've been a goalkeeper, like you shout at your defender, "This is my ball." I don't know what Gabriel was thinking. I don't know if he didn't trust Raya. I don't know what was going on there between the communication of them two. But it just bobbled around, and then freaking just unfortunate with Calafiori, like just banging it right off the post, and it just goes in. But is it like the question I'm going to say? Is it over for Arsenal? No, I'm saying that Arsenal are still. I'm not going to say driving seat, but if you look at City are the most inconsistent. They can just go out and just wallop us, and then they just lose to Bodo Glimt. Like, they're the most inconsistent football club I've seen this City team for a while. So
That's assuming that Bodo Glimt are a terrible team, by the way. But
no, that's not saying that Bodo Glimt is a bad side. But if you're City, you should be beating sides from Norway, Azerbaijan, all these teams. If you're Manchester City.
Yeah.
But, like, you can't... I reckon this is going to be more beneficial for Wolves, in a way, for the long run. Like, if you look at this Wolves side... I remember what Webby said, that it's almost as equivalent to this Derby team. Derby used to lose 6, 7, 8-0 every week in the Premier League. Like, you can't, if you look at this Wolves side and you come up against that 08 Derby side, Wolves will flog them every day of the week. Like, this Wolves side actually has some fight. Yes, they had the shocking start to the season. Forget about that start to the season. They need to now look at this result and be like, oh my God, we nearly beat the champions, the leading champions in the Premier League this season, nearly home and away. Like, they nicked the point at home. They could have won it away from home at the Emirates. So they could have nicked the point. So or draw. Like, yeah. So if you look at it, it's more beneficial for Wolves than it is for Arsenal, definitely. But 2 points dropped, and I remember I was watching Sky Sports. You've only scored 10 points of your last 21. You've dropped points of 5 of your last 7. Like, this is wobbling territory for Arsenal. And if you guys ain't careful, the wheels are going to go completely flying off. And then you're going to be like, what now? Is Arteta the biggest bottler as we ever seen in the Premier League?
I said it.
Because everyone gave shit for Sir Bobby Robson at Newcastle for bottling a 12-point lead to Manchester United. So if you get 4 second places in a row, is Arteta a bigger bottler than what Sir Bobby Robson was?
That's a pull from Anthony.
Yeah, you're right.
What's that new meme though?
Next question. Arsenal have got Tottenham, Chelsea, 2 derbies. Can you see 6 points? Can you see them dropping more points?
Tottenham are in a scrap. They're in a scrap for relegation, and plus a new manager bounce? Question mark. Because when a manager comes to a club, especially for a derby, they know how to maybe grind a point or even 3. So, and especially when it comes to Chelsea as well, when you come racing for the top 4, I'm not expecting 6 points. No. Realistically, I could see 2, I could see 4, or I could see 0, but I'm not seeing a double win. especially when the form that Arsenal are in at the moment.
So you're saying you believe obviously there's two problems there. One, there's obviously two derbies. Two, you're playing against but you obviously the first one is obviously you're playing against the two derbies, but obviously the biggest one is the North London, and the second thing is the manager.
The manager Bowles is kind of maybe can prevail Tottenham into a new form run, because we saw at the start with Thomas Frank they did a little bit well at the start and then the wheels fell off. So we don't know what you're going to get with Igor or whatever his name is, but he did well at Juventus, just got sacked after a shocking season. But when you expect when it comes to the biggest club in Italy.
So 2 games, 2 draws.
I reckon 2 draws is the most likely result.
I think I disagree. I think Spurs. Look, I think Igor Tudor is a really good manager. He's very known for steadying ships. He did it at Marseille. He did it at Juve. Got them to Champions League spots, so they can continue to pay off their wage bill. Obviously, he fell really short when he had a full season and he had that recruitment period of time. But I think this guy reminds me of a little bit of Postecoglou in the sense that he's a little bit one-dimensional. He's very effective with his one-dimensional. He's a very emotional manager. He's a very passionate manager. And I think those types of players at Tottenham would respond to that. But if I'm being honest, in the past, probably like SJ, you'd be able to rattle this off, but I feel like Arsenal have easily had the better of Tottenham over the last few derbies, man. I don't think it'll be close. And I think you guys will get 3 points there. I think Tottenham are clearly in a relegation battle, and it's a very serious discussion for them to have with themselves as to, how to get out of this slump. I think Igor Tudor is a great appointment for this specific situation. I think Chelsea's probably going to be a lot harder of a game, in my opinion. I think Liam Rosenior has done quite well in that role so far. I feel like he has really impressed. Especially coming from Strasbourg and in the Farmers League and Ligue 1. Like, everyone considers that league to not be very competitive, even though there are a lot of great players in that league, just holistically as a league, just not really touted as a very competitive league.
Not this season, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Lens the top of the league.
It is at home, Cass.
Yeah.
It is at the Emirates.
So, look, I can see 6 points, but I think there's no doubt this period is very critical. Yep. No two ways about it. Well, I mean, if I'm being honest, every game is critical from this point on. Every single game, every single minute, every second of gameplay that happens on a pitch in an Arsenal jersey needs to be. You need to be inch perfect. Like if I'm Arteta, I'm saying to these guys, we need to earn it now. We have to work for it. There's no two ways about it. We have to do everything possible. We need to start learning some fucking Brazilian jiu-jitsu, yeah? And start doing some dark arts. Like, we need everything. We need kitchen sink. We need the laundry sink. We need the next door neighbor's sink, right? We need everything.
They need the toilet as well, like the Reece Walsh, for God's sake.
Mate, they need the plumber to restructure the whole house, is what they need.
You need Jose Mourinho's bus.
Oh.
The alarm bells in Arsenal will start to ring
I think they do
somehow manage. If you do somehow manage to lose to this Tottenham team, the alarm bells will start to ring.
Yeah, they will.
Man.
We'll move on. We're going to go away from obviously the result, and I'm going to go to you, Connor, and I'm going to talk about the 9 points, the 7 points. What do you think went wrong when it got to that point that Arsenal could have gone 9 points clear? What was the shift?
They had the name Arsenal. That's the first problem.
Crazy.
No, seriously, you had the chance to go 9 points.
Let me get. So you had the chance to go. You had the chance, and you blew it.
So what do you think? Like, what was the problem? What happened? What shifted?
That can I quote Nishka here from last week?
Yep.
You were due to have your slump and you didn't have it, and it's now started.
Crazy.
It started when you had a little lump in the road when you lost to us. So when you lost, that's when your first slump happened. That's when it started. You got a bit shaky. You regathered yourself. You've now gone to Brentford. You've drawn. You beat Wigan, but it's Wigan. It's nothing to get excited about. And then you've gone to Wolves, who are last place, and you've drawn with Wolves. So you go and draw back-to-back in the Premier League.
Hmm.
That's where it's all kicked off. That's where it started.
What have Arsenal got to do now, moving forward to the end of the season?
Win games. Simple as that, really, for them.
I like
just
this
got to
guy.
win.
He's
You just got to win
Yeah.
games.
Yes,
There's no point sugarcoating or bullshitting it. You just got to win games.
Okay, it's a short interview.
By winning games, you win the Premier League. It's simple as that. If you lose, you're not going to win the Premier. You draw, you're not going to win the Premier.
Hey, you know the sun rises each day?
Yes, yeah, I know.
Really? Which direction though?
Yeah, I know. All right, I'll let you fire at me now. Any questions that you've got, and then we'll move on to Man City, and then we'll move on to the Premier League.
I've got a question.
How do you
for
lose that? How do you
that's-
draw a
that's-
game?
Sorry, you can go first, Connor. Go on.
So you have Saka. You first of all lose Saka to injury, then you lose Trossard to injury, but you're the so-called Arsenal, who the Delulu Arsenal fans have been saying this team is like they were the top 3 best teams in the world ever, which is just delusional in the first place. How come you don't have the squad depth then to handle it? How come you don't have the squad depth, which is apparently the top 3 team in the world? Like,
I think the answer to that is it's different football, different tournament. Every team is different. Every team plays different in different tournaments. Obviously, the Premier League is the best. The Champions League is the best in the world for all teams in Europe, and we have proven that we are the best team in the world currently in that form. Now,
so does that mean United is the best because they beat you, or
No,
that's
no,
not how it works.
no,
like
no.
Arsenal. I'm going to be honest. Let me jump in here. Like, let's be honest here.
Go on.
Arsenal are the best team in the world. There's no
Currently.
two ways about that. With the squad they've got, with the manager they've got, how much they've built, the amount of flexibility, the amount of tools they've got, without a doubt. Take away the results, you put those players spread across other teams, they'll perform. They're the best. They're the best club in the world right now, as of February 2026. There's no two ways about that, right? But that doesn't necessarily translate to results. That's a different conversation.
Yeah,
and that's really the conversation that we should be having, right? Is how do you get this team to start getting results consistently? They clearly have the tools. I've always been a bit of a hater of Arteta. I don't think, in my opinion, he has the I guess I hate to use this word, but the aura of a top manager. But there clearly isn't that either clear identity that you know he's going to execute on flawlessly, or he doesn't have a lot of tools in the chest to be pragmatic in a lot of different scenarios. Excuse me. I kind of feel that.
So your question is me. How do Arsenal go over the line?
I mean, yeah. I mean, how do they get over the line? How do they get past this situation?
Well, I think in everything, it's the same with racing of what we do as well. You review the situation, you review where you've gone right, where you've gone wrong, and where you could have capitalised and where you could have put that game to bed. And as they say, and as they all, Saka says nearly in every interview, and Declan Rice being humble and all that, yeah, that's great, no problem. But where's the fight? You need to see the fight. You've got 60,000 fans. They've been in this position before. They've been so close. They bottled it twice. There is no room for error now. It is literally, it has been, and Keeper said this not so long ago, and I agree with him. It was in our hands. It's now slowly falling out of our hands. And Man City win their next game. It's 2 points. That's it. And I've said this to other people. I believe it's going to come to the City game. I think that is where it's going to come down to. It would be a fucking climax. It would be probably one of the biggest games we've ever seen in fucking club history, apart from obviously the Liverpool game against AC Milan in Istanbul. You can never beat that game. You know, that was just epic. And the Barcelona PSG one. But it's about the fight, and it's about playing for the badge, as the fans say, and showing that. And you look at the players, and you think, right, Gabriel Jesus has done it. He's done it with City. He knows how to win the Premier League, right? He is a great role model. Norgard said the other day he's getting everyone motivated. But I'm seeing it on the pitch. I'm seeing Eze's not playing the minutes. Why? There's a problem there. Odegaard has just announced that he wants to go to United. That
right,
has
who
just come out.
doesn't? Who doesn't, bro? It's United. We're the biggest club in the world.
that he's just said that he wants to go to United. You know, we've got Gyökeres, who just has not done what he has needed to do from the price margin and from what his capability was in Lisbon. And it's just the same thing as every time we say you need to adapt. Yes, he does. He probably needs a full season. And if we don't win the league, he needs to learn from that and say, you need to get us over the line. Yes, he scored some vital goals. Don't get me wrong. He scored some great goals, but he's not scoring consistently. We're relying on someone else. You know, we relied on Madueke against Brentford. We're relying on a set piece, you know. At the end of the day, I'm looking at the team and I saw them at the full-time whistle and they just look deflated. And they mustn't let that disappear. They still got it. They're in the driving seat still. They're still top. They've just got to concentrate and take game by game. And I know the manager probably says that, but it's on them. The only people they are going to disappoint is themselves and the fans and the club if they don't get over the line. And for me, we have got an opportunity to win 4 trophies. You know, we are in every single thing. We are in the final of the Carabao. We're in the FA Cup. We're in the Champions League. We smashed the Champions League. We made that look easy, really. 24 goals in 8 games. We won every single game. We dismissed Inter. We dismissed Atletico. You know, and if you look at the Champions League and you look at the results, you know, Atletico Madrid, strong team, struggling against Club Brugge. Bodo Glimt are beating Inter Milan. Finalists of the last Champions League. You know, football's changing, and these two, Barcelona, Real Madrid, AC Milan, they're not the same clubs anymore. And these are the opportunities where you need to grab it with both hands and go for it. And I think that's what Arsenal need to do. Show the Premier League what you are, what you have been building up to, and do it. Get it across the line. Yes, you've got the pressure of Man City. Don't worry about them. Let the results work it out for them because they are under pressure. They play Newcastle at the weekend. They drop points. It's back on again. It's like nothing's happened. And we're back in the same thing. And Arsenal beat Tottenham and Man City lose. Arsenal go 7 points clear with their game in hand. Then it's pressure onto City. And it's vice versa. And it's the same with starting a game early, starting a game later. City play first. Then we play. So everyone's going to be watching City. Everyone's going to be cheering on, obviously, Newcastle. Right? So they've got the pressure starting first. Then we have the pressure starting after. And that puts a big thing on it. And then the stadium, you know, as well, they've been in this situation before. Here we go again, you know. And if you get that atmosphere, it falls onto the players. The players then listen to the media. They watch other clubs and then, you know, and this is why I love Declan Rice, because he knows what it means to win a trophy, like the Conference League with West Ham. He knows. And this is probably going to be the closest time that Arsenal have got the opportunity to get the league. Man United aren't going to be there. Liverpool aren't going to be there. Chelsea aren't going to be there. Hang on. Liverpool aren't going to be there. Chelsea aren't going to be there. Tottenham are nowhere near there. City are behind us. They're the only 2 clubs that have got a chance of doing it, and we've got to get it over the line. And we've got to put our heart and soul into it. That's what I would say.
Here's my question for you, SJ. If Arsenal bottle the league this season, can you feel like you can go again for a 4th time?
No.
I personally, I don't think. Obviously, if you've heard the media, they have turned around to him and said, Premier League or you're out. They've made that very, very clear to Arteta. So Arteta knows what he's got to do. If he doesn't win the Premier League and he wins the Champions League, I don't know. If he doesn't win the Premier League and he wins the Champions League, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, I don't know.
Because that's what happens a fair bit when it comes to clubs. That you'd be like, you're in this title race all the time for the last 3 seasons and you've bottled it every single time. Yeah. It's going to get to a point where the board is just going to be like, nah, you're just a bottle job. We need to get yourself a serial winner. And Arteta's done a fantastic job, and I'm going to call it now. He's going to be the future manager of Spain. I'm going to say that now. Future. Come back to this freaking call, and I'm going to call it. But he needs to understand that it's the Premier League or bust for him. Otherwise, he's just going to be known as a forgotten manager that's going to be bottler after bottler after bottler after bottler. Yeah. And if you win 0 trophies, somehow if you win 0 trophies, and oh my God, the ultimate bottle job is just going to be incredible.
That's what I was about to say. I like if he doesn't win a trophy this season, I think the only job that Arthur is going to get is maybe Costa Rica. It ain't going to be Spain.
That's at best.
I don't think he's going to get the Spain job. No,
He'll be the boss. He will be the Barcelona under ones. He'll be the babies.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I do agree. And I think the other question is if he doesn't win the Premier League and he wins 3 other trophies, is that going to be happy? Well, I think, of course, as a club and a fan, yeah. You put trophies in the cabinet. You put nothing in the cabinet, it means fuck all. It just means, oh, yeah, you finished second, you got prize money in the fucking Champions League, you got to this stage, and that's it. That goes on revenue, that goes on a few extra players, but there's nothing, there's no reward. There's no trophy and show the conviction. There's none of that at the end. And that is what the club wants. They deserve it. I do believe, from my point of view, seeing Arsenal the last 2 seasons against City, you know, we added that what we needed to. We needed squad depth. They looked at that. They've got every single cover in every single position, without a doubt. They have spent a serious amount of money on a DM to try and replace Patrick Vieira. Obviously, you'll never replace Patrick Vieira, right? Declan Rice is not really that sort of player. He's more of an attacker, and probably number 8. He plays obviously number 6 for England. We've tried to buy the striker that they've always wanted. You know, they've got Giroud, Chamat, we go on, and old players. They've just not done it. He's not done it. He may need time to adapt. The same with Wirtz, Sesko, and other players. We lost on out and Semio. We decided not to buy him. We let them go to Man City, our rivals, who we're fighting for. Was that a mistake? Should we have done it? Did we need him? Maybe. You know? There's so many fundamentals and there's so many variables that would be at the end. If it doesn't happen, it does happen, you know, and you can't blame that. You've got to blame yourselves, the manager, the whole club in general. If they don't get to the final, that's how it's got to work.
I think there's a little bit to unpack there. I'll say just quickly, I think, like, the Semenyo purchase, I think that's a very tunnel vision approach. I think if you look at your recruitment holistically over the last 4 to 5 seasons, you've been fantastic in the window. You've been nothing short of phenomenal, right? You can make some question marks, you know, Martinelli, Radara, whatever, right? Holistically, as a whole, you guys have been phenomenal in the windows. You've recruited well. The Arsenal board and the I guess the whole organization has functioned phenomenally well, right? And I do agree with your statement that the club itself, not even just the fans or the players or whatever, but the club, they do deserve a trophy for this because they've done some fantastic work. What I will say, and there's something that you mentioned before where, Anthony, you asked SJ whether or not they can do it again next season. I do think this is the season now for Arsenal, only because I kind of feel like other clubs are starting to catch up. I think that's a real big thing. There's another thing that you mentioned, SJ, where you were talking about the pressure back on Man City. If results don't go their way, if you get a result against Tottenham, they lose their next game, 7 points difference, whatever the math is there. I still feel that this is still a bit of a rebuilding phase for City, and I think Pep's been pretty clear about that. You know, I think next season, I reckon you'll even see, this might even be questionable, but even Man United even get a little bit in the
100%.
I think that club,
We're coming.
the recruitment that they did this season was phenomenal. I think they completely had some terrible recruitment in having Ruben Amorim as their head coach. He was not good enough. There's no two ways about that. And you can see that with the night and day difference with Michael Carrick. A championship manager has come in to Manchester United and had beaten Arsenal, by the way.
Yeah, but he's an ex-player, so they're going to want to play for him. They want to play for the guy. They want to show him that they still have it.
But I think there was a lot of discussions that we had about Man United. I think the very big one was about Kobe Mainoo. Why is he not playing? He's a phenomenal player. He's made such a big difference in this Man United team, without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. I think it's been night and day. You can see them to play. They have a lot of confidence in his ability when they're building up, when they're attacking. They want the ball to go through Kobe.
But Bruno Fernandes is playing more freely with the ball as well. And
he's probably been probably the best player this season. I might even say it. Bruno has been absolutely lights out.
Yeah.
If they hold on to him next season,
and you can see the same process is the same. You know, they've signed Sesko, a young player, Mbeumo, Cunha, 2 Premier League proven players, and a young striker. Exactly the same thing that Arsenal done. They signed Rice. They then brought Madueke to replace Saka from getting injured. Then they brought the striker. They've done exactly the same thing. So their process is next season. They're looking to get back. They need to get back. Like obviously, we know we're going away from it. They need to get back to where they belong. Champions League, FA
We're
Cup,
going to be there. We will
trophy,
be there, don't you worry.
You know? So, yeah, I get what you're saying. And yeah, I don't know if you've got any questions, Connor, for me. Or-
Well,
Nah, not today, surprisingly, no. I had most of mine on the chat we had this hour.
I do
Go on,
also
Anthony,
want to
fire
say, we're forgetting about one little dark horse here. What about Aston Villa? They're all
Nah,
also doing
it's done.
really
It's
well.
already done. It's already done. They're
I like
winning
this
for-
Anthony guy. No, I like this Anthony guy. That's not. Hey, I've been saying it.
No.
Hey, Leicester won the league in our lifetime.
Hey, look at
Anything's
Leicester.
possible.
I don't
Look at Leicester,
think
okay?
so.
Leicester in the EFL Championship, basically League One at this stage. Okay, they're shit. They're fucked. They're in the relegation zone of the Championship.
We're
It's
not going
over.
to see Villa in the Championship within 4 years.
Bro, Wrexham, 2026 Premier League.
Sorry,
Hold on
guys.
now.
Hold on. I just have to pull this out real quick. Give me 1 moment. Hold on.
What does it read? Let's have a gaze.
I'm looking at the script. Hold on. Hold on.
Let me get the YouTube up so I can
Hold
actually
on.
see this. Hold
Hold on. I got the script.
on. Let's have a
Aston
gaze.
Villa to win the 2025-2026 Premier League title. Fire up. Fire up.
Hey, can I
I
just
like
get
this
it?
Cows guy.
Can I get everyone to do the same thing? Can we do something in memory of our best friend Nishka? Can we all get the glasses on? The SJ Arsenal glasses?
All right. We've got a little question in, then we'll go over the Premier League and we'll wrap it up here. Okay, is it over for Arsenal
Yeah.
since the Wolves result?
No chance.
Yeah. Yes.
No chance.
You saying yes, Connor?
Yeah. You can't come back after losing a.
This guy's just a
not losing
pessimist,
a
I'll be
draw.
honest.
I
wonder
know,
how
I
much
know.
fun
It's
you had
typical
over the last fucking
fucking
5
United
years.
fan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wonder how much fun you had over the last
United
fucking
fan.
5-10 years of United fan.
Hey, it's
You
been
fucking
depression, but
pessimistic cat.
it's turning around. It's
We're
turning
loving
around.
it.
okay?
We're loving it. We're loving it.
We'll
I
be,
can't
we will be
talk.
here next year. This time
Anthony.
next year, we're going to be talking about how United's going to be 20 points ahead.
We're not in that year, bro. We're in 2026, not
Yeah,
2027.
let's wake up.
Calm down.
Ah.
Anthony, is it over for Arsenal since the Wolves result?
Depends on this week's results.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
not
the
over. Yeah,
That's not the answer. It's a yes or
Tottenham and
no
Chelsea.
question.
It's a
Yes,
no
it will be
because
Tottenham
it's
and
not
Chelsea
this
next.
result that decides it. No chance.
No, it's not
No.
the result
So,
that's
okay.
going to decide it.
Okay, well, we'll go to the predictions because only one person got
Hey,
the
Nishka,
result
was it
right.
Nishka? Was it not?
And
right.
it was our main man, Mr. Nishka. He got the
Hey,
result
Nishka.
right. So congratulations to Nishka. We'll just
Right.
go through the result, the overalls as it stands. And there was one result, everyone got it wrong apart from
Hey,
Nishka.
Nishka.
So he got 1 point.
My God.
So I'm still on 128. Nishka's on 118. Keeper's on 114. Kaz is on 77. Andy's on 68. Shaz is on 42. Sats 34. RJ 24. Connor 19. Hughesy 42. Right, let's go and talk about this week's Premier League games. It is match week 27. We'll go through these very, very quickly. I'll go through one of them and then the other one with another one, and we'll get through these very, very quickly. First game, Aston Villa and Leeds United. Kaus.
I'll go Villa 2-0. They need a result, and they're going to win the Premier League. That's how they're going to do it. They need to win every game.
All right, we're doing the predictions first then, yeah? Is that what you want to do? Okay. Well,
Yeah, dude.
Sorry, is that not what you said?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm fucking doing.
I thought you said we're going to go one by one to do the predictions. I thought that's what you said.
Oh, fuck, who said that? Who said 1-1 Villa and Leeds?
That's me.
That's you.
Oh, for Leeds and Villa, I said 1-1.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Leeds are actually on a mission right now. It's shocking.
All right, so we've got counts. I'm just going to put yours because I've got yours, Connor. So we'll probably skip you, and I'll just talk to you about the game instead because I've got your results. Hang on, Anthony. Let me just get yours in very quickly.
3-0.
1, 2,
Fantastic.
3. Hang on. Jesus.
Why don't we just do it like live now, and then we'll just send it to
Yeah,
you?
no, I'm doing it. I'm trying to need to.
No, I'm saying we do it, and then we'll send it to you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I've
Stressing
got
me
it.
out, bro.
I've got it. I've got it.
Giving me anxiety.
Oh, be quiet. All right, Kaus, Villa and Leeds.
2-0. 2-0 Aston Villa.
Anthony,
He said
3-0
3-0.
Aston Villa.
3-0.
Oh,
Where are the goals coming from?
you got to give some credit to Leeds boys.
Watkins
they held
hat-trick.
Chelsea guys.
Watkins
They held
hat-trick.
Chelsea against
Enough.
you.
Enough.
Kaus, Brentford and Brighton.
Brentford 2-1. No,
think that's
Brentford
what I
3-1. Sorry.
I think that's what I said. What did I say? I said Brentford 1-0.
Brentford and Brighton. Anthony.
1-1.
Anthony, Chelsea and Burnley.
3-1 Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea.
Ooh.
Burnley
West
are
Ham-
shocking at defending.
West Ham and Bournemouth, Cass.
I reckon West Ham 2-0. That might be a bit of a rogue one.
Good form at the moment.
Nah.
West Ham and Bournemouth, Anthony.
2-1 Bournemouth.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
Man City and Newcastle.
1-0 Voltamato winner.
Sheba!
This guy's dreaming. What are we talking about? Are we talking about an own goal here or a?
Man City and Newcastle, Cass.
Wait, a Man City at home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4-0. What the City?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
4-0.
No, he's
Newcastle's
talking
not going to
about
get
the
a sniff, bro. Come on.
Newcastle's going to get 1 goal and it's going to be own goal.
Forest and Liverpool.
Forest need a result. I'll say
No manager.
I'll say 1-1. They still need a result. That doesn't change the fact.
Okay, all right. Forest and Liverpool.
Dream.
No manager, Anthony.
2-0 Forest.
Hey, what? This
Palace
guy's dreaming.
Forest.
I know. Palace and
And
Wolves.
Slot will be sacked.
Chris,
Wow.
can you believe this guy now? Can you believe this guy? Your best mates with him a minute ago. Now he's just dreaming.
Palace and Wolves, Anthony.
1-1.
Ooh. Palace and Wolves, Cass.
1-0 Palace.
We have to get a result. 2-0. We've actually been very good in attack now that we've made some decent signings and they're doing all right. So,
Sunderland
Who's that? Oh, Sunday.
Fulham.
Sunderland
At home, by the way. Good record at home.
Yeah, I'll say Sunderland 4-0. I think they're class at home.
Oh.
They're class.
Oh,
They're
Sunderland and
Fulham
Fulham.
going to go and get fiddled with, apparently. Jesus.
2-0 Sunderland.
Fulham are a
Fulham
good team,
just
though.
shocking it away from home.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought too.
The biggest game of the week.
1-1.
Tottenham and Arsenal. Anthony.
1-1. It just has to be a 1-1.
Yep, that's exactly what I
Yes.
said.
Tottenham get touched at home on the daily. Yeah? 3-0 Arsenal. I'll back this here.
No goals. at
Get
the
this guy out of
Stadium.
here.
Everton and Man Newcastle, the last game of
2-0
the week.
United.
Yeah, 2-0 United. Agreed.
And Anthony.
1-0 Everton.
Bro, this guy's dreaming.
Yeah.
Bro. He's dreaming. He's actually dreaming. Bro, someone
All
check
right.
on him.
You lost
Let's,
at home to
uh,
Everton. So
let-
shut
let-
up.
We'll,
Different team.
we'll-
Different team. Michael
We'll
Carrick at the
talk
wheel.
Connor because he needs to get a word in, otherwise he's going to go mad.
Carrick at
Parents
the wheel.
are falling off.
Everton and Man United this weekend. You are sitting on 45 points,
Oh.
5 points behind Villa. Can you close the gap, or will
Yeah,
Everton cause you
it's not,
problems?
we don't even need the discussion, SJ. We already know. Easy 3 points. Carrick at the wheel. Different team to what it was when we first played Everton. Different momentum. We're going to restart the 5 in a row and Olmo's going to get his haircut this time. He's going to get the trim. He's going to get it before the end of the season.
You
No,
do know
was,
you lost against Everton this season at Old
Yeah,
Trafford.
but that was Ruben Amorim. We're talking about Carrick now.
Wasn't Carrick at the wheel for the 1-1 draw against West Ham? Thoughts?
Yeah, but West Ham put 10 bloody defenders in for God's sake.
Did
What are you
it?
meant to do?
Did they?
Lucky. 95th minute, Cass.
Benjamin
I know.
Sesko.
95th minute.
Tapping merchants, bro. Ah.
Yeah. If you fucking lose, I'm going to rip you a new one.
Me
I'm
too.
going to rip you a new one.
Hey, if we lose, I'm not showing up next week.
I bet you won't. I bet you won't. You'll do a Nishka and disappear
Yeah,
for fucking
Bro,
for good.
I love all the best, bro.
We'll go over to you. Newcastle, Man City. Obviously, they unfortunately they walked all over you in the Carabao Cup. But the second half, it could have been 3-3. You had so many chances. Does this momentum with the Carabao and the Champions League, can you go to Etihad and get a result?
1-0 is optimistic. I'm hoping for a draw at least. But
I'm looking
if we
for a
can
fucking
show,
3-0 win to Newcastle.
I wish. But if we can put 6, if we can show that attacking threat that we showed against Carabao, yes, it is Carabao, and they lost 7-0 to Liverpool or whatever. But if we can show that, we can definitely nick a goal or 2 against City. Like, we have good players. It's just they're too inconsistent. Hopefully we can see the one against Carabao, this Newcastle team, and not the one against City in the semis, where we just sat back and just let City have the ball.
I think Newcastle can cause Man City problems with their wide players.
Yeah, Voltamaya in the air. Like, apart from really
No.
hard.
Your wide players, Alanga's pace, Harvey Barnes. I think that they can cause problems. You know,
Harvey
I
Barnes,
think
yes.
you've got to be careful that Man City do not open you up in the midfield, because if they do, it's game on.
We don't have really Guimaraes for this game as well, so we don't have that conductor in that midfield.
Is that set in stone?
Yeah, he's out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Ouch.
It's a big loss. It's a big loss.
It is
That
a big
guy's been phenomenal for you guys. So
I will show you so much love if you fucking beat them, honestly. All right, Crystal Palace and Wolves, Cass. It's been a pretty interesting couple of weeks for Crystal Palace. You should be able to get the result at Selhurst Park.
we should. There's a lot to discuss with Palace at the minute, but for another time. But yeah, I think Jorgen Strand Larsen has shown to be a decent player. Mateta's injured, so we can't really rely on him.
Big confidence.
Dude, Mateta's not in your room, boys. Mateta is not in your room.
Yeah, so we see how we go. We'll look. We should do what Arsenal couldn't. So that's
Oh,
my bad. My bad.
Cows,
Fine,
remember,
fine.
Cows,
Fine.
remember, you did lose to Macclesfield.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Yeah, that Macclesfield Town was the first time that we ever fielded anyone besides our starting 11.
Mate, this is like
We legit
Grimsby
had
versus United all over again.
18-year-olds running our midfield, and we subbed on Brennan Johnson in the 60th minute. That's the only change we made.
It's light bulb moment. That's why we haven't fucking seen you.
Yeah, he's been disappeared.
Humiliation!
He
Who
likes
the fuck is Macclesfield?
Mate, that's worse than Grimsby because at least Grimsby are a league team. Macclesfield aren't even a league team.
I'm happy we drew against Wolves now. We did not lose against Macclesfield.
Macclesfield Town.
Sounds like
right?
some fucking chip shop.
Hey. Macclesfield Town was my career mode RTG fucking 2 years ago. Hey, if they're like the RTG that I had on career mode, bro. I had Marcus Rashford. Go on.
Hey, to be
was
fair,
Berry.
they almost did it to Brentford as well, to be fair.
Cows,
Okay.
mine was
All
Berry.
right.
Oh, shit, I only have 10%
Doesn't
phone battery.
look like we are gonna have a watch along. Games are looking a little bit like, how you going? Fucking, we got 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So, afraid we're not going to get the watch along. We may get a watch along for the following week. Some interesting games next week. But guys, anything from you before we do wrap it up?
I'm surprised we didn't talk about the Real Madrid and Benfica game.
No,
That was
'cause it's-
huge.
No, oh wait, which one though? The 1-0 or the
1-0.
Benfica masterclass?
Yeah, but are we not going to talk about that? That was big news.
No
Nah.
worries.
What
we
about-
can.
What about Galatasaray putting 5 past Juventus?
Oh yeah, that's unreal. Come
Yeah,
on.
I feel like we need a whole other episode for the Champions League
I have
FA
a-
Cup alone.
Yeah.
I have a mate who's Turkish, and he's like, "Cuz, like, I want Galatasaray to win, but Ken Yildiz is an unreal player, so I'm happy either way." Then he woke up the next day.
they've got a squad. Like Osman, whatever his name is, Osman.
Yeah, Victor
up front.
Osimhen,
What
yeah.
a player, man.
Even Lucas Torreira's a good player.
Yeah.
Like he was with you guys for a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
They've got some good players.
Oh, they've got some fantastic players, and I think they'll go very, very well. I think Juventus aren't the same team, that they used to be, back in the day when Pavel Nedved and all that lot, Kalani and Bonucci and Buffon. And Real Madrid, I think it's probably one of the biggest shocks being the playoff, but they're playing the same team that put them there. So, and I watched them against Benfica. Benfica had a few chances, but Real Madrid should do the job, really. But you never know. It's only 1-0. So, game on. The next playoffs are going to be very interesting to wait and see what happens. Obviously, Newcastle in the driving seat, Galatasaray in the driving seat at the moment. They're probably the 2 biggest clubs that are in the driving seat. Dortmund did very well as well. So we'll have to wait and see. But Premier League action is back, boys. This week, all games, all played. Match week 20, number 7. Obviously, it was a bit weird because the other one was 31 for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but
to go Arsenal.
We're just
Try
gonna
and
get
get
the
the
game. That's why.
Try and get the
as,
advantage.
as we say on our things, over to Man City. Webby, us in the mud. Thank you very much, Webby. Eagles fly low. We won 6-1 in the UCL. Love the gamer tags, as always, all the fucking pronunciations. Thank you very much, guys, for your take on the Arsenal versus Wolves game, the Champions League playoffs, and the rest of your teams. I wish you all the best for the Premier League. Please, Newcastle, do us a massive favour. And yeah, as always, we'll see you next time on Off the Post. Good night.
Good night.